If this is your first time to the channel, please do so. Make sure that you're subscribed. Hit that bell for notifications so that way you don't miss another video like this one coming your way. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. It does help our channel grow. Please feel free to leave a comment. We do get back to all of our comments. This video is for ages 17 and up. Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of MOE'S Tournament. Come from Myron to yours. And today, here we go. We got this hard to find. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre's 50th anniversary Leatherface. This is from Neca and Real Toys. They put this bad boy together. These are turning up right now at Walmart's, and they're hitting their bloody and disgusting areas. Not all Walmarts have these areas, so you might want to check with your local Walmart and see which one does get there right away. When I went to our local Walmart, they tended to have quite a few of this Leatherface, but for how long is the question. This bad boy retails for $34.96 and is available now. You could also go online to Walmart, go on to in your area or a Walmart where you would pick this one up from, and if they do have it in stock, you might be able to buy it online and just go and pick it up. Yeah, like I said, this is for ages 17 and up, and I'm going to repeat this. This is not intended for children, especially under the age of 3 years old, due to choking hazards and small parts and everything else. And also, I'm going to include pets as well. Pets will go and chomp on everything and chew on stuff, and you do not want any of these parts getting stuck within, because it will not be good. There's a lot of small parts to this, folks. All right, so you can see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Who will survive and what will be left of them? You see Leatherface ready just to gut one woman right there with that hook straight up in her back. If you have never seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre and you are a fan of horror, then I would assume that you did see it if you are an ultimate fan of horror. But if not, if you are a newer fan coming into the horror movie scene and have not yet budged on this classic, please do so. This is a complete slasher movie. The name says it all. America's most bizarre and brutal crimes. What happened is true. Now the motion picture that's just as real. They're saying that this is also based or inspired by true events that reflect back to Ed Gein and can reflect to others in different crimes, and they kind of put it together and came up with the Leatherface thing. I'm assuming, so I know that there are some enthusiasts out there of Leatherface that probably know play-by-play as to, you know, just about everything about him. But this is about this action figure, and we're going to go forward with that. You can see the side. Look right there. You can see he is in his cross-dresser outfit. He does like to dress cross-dresser. I know that they are going to bring out another NECA Ultimate like this one, and it will be in, I believe, in the tuxedo with the cross-dresser face. So he'll have makeup on and everything else involved, because that's how he was. Yeah, he was very unique. So here we are, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This box sells this straight up, and when I cracked it open, the figure was just as good, if not better. So yeah, this is pretty much going to be a hit. It includes interchangeable head and hands, 2 aprons, spoon, cleaver, meat hook, long hammer, short hammer, tongs, knife, and of course, chainsaw. You heard that right. All right, so there you go, the opposite side. So he's going to bring 2 different aprons, 2 different head sculpts, all that, for that way you could get the cross-dresser version of him as well. But like I said, hit up your Walmarts right now, or you could wait a few more weeks, and I believe Big Bad Toy Store is also advertising them. So is Entertainment Earth. And you could try a lot of other online retailers to see exactly who's carrying it, when they're going to release it. Get your pre-orders in, because this bad boy is going to be a hit, folks. So there you go. There is the inside. Yes, a lot of people are saying, is this the Leatherface that we gotten before from NECA? I don't think so. This guy looks a whole lot bigger. And the one that I got from before from our move, I still have him in a bin somewhere, so I cannot put the two side by side, but I do have other NECA figures that I have been bringing out, been putting in glass cases that might simulate kind of how the other Leatherface would be, so you can see size-wise as to how big he is right there. So there you can see Leatherface kicking back behind his window, paying locked in his plastic prison, as he has finally made it here amongst other horror movie icons at MOE'S Toy Room. All right, folks, first off, tail of the tape, our Leatherface is checking in at about 7 3/4 inches tall. He's almost 8 inches tall. So I know the last review I did with Frankenstein was like evenly 8 inches. So yeah, he's looking very close to about 19 3/4 centimeters. All right. So you're wondering, is this guy a little bit bigger? I have the other Leatherface. He's put away. I don't know what bin he's in, but I just set up a Jason display. So here he is next to Mezco Cinema of Fear, Jason Goes to Hell figure. And then I also put him in NECA's. So you have the NECA Friday the 13th Jason vs. Freddy Jason. So you can see the size difference. Obviously, this one is the bigger one. He's probably about 8 inches tall, easily, maybe even bigger than Frankenstein. But amongst the two, you can see that I don't know, what do you guys think? How would he scale? He looks like he scales really good with Jason, because Jason is going to be big regardless. So this one is out of the question, the Mezco one. But if you do the two side by side, yes, they would scale quite nice. So there you have it right there. There's a scale on that. All right, folks. So he tends to bring quite a lot of things. So obviously you could see behind him, he tends to bring, let's set him down right here. He tends to bring this. So he has some diorama. This would be the one where he opens the door. He slides it open, cracks the one dude over the head with the sledgehammer. So, and that sledgehammer would be, this would be the one that he would use, the smaller one. So there you have it, the smaller sledgehammer. So obviously he's going to bring that smaller sledgehammer. And then we were talking about the lady on the hook. So yeah, he would definitely bring the hook. So this one's this could be sharp, and this could be dangerous. And if it breaks off, not good if a child or an animal or whatever decides to try and swallow this or accidentally does. They got to just stay out of reach. So yeah, there you have it there. And here you got some tongs. So they look a little bizarre. They look like they're kind of like homemade a little bit. Something that he would use to kind of spike in a little bit. Kind of looks like a mini fork. Okay. And then he's going to bring a knife. Now this thing is very, very pokey. So I don't know how close I can get it. And you can see the way that they got just the detail in this is just right on the money. Even the other side has different kind of detail. Yeah, pokey. I very much like this figure so far. I mean, it's just really doing a good job knocking it out the park. Here is that spoon. So this would be the spoon where he's the cross-dresser and then he comes serving everybody for dinner. So yeah, he will be using this spoon to serve you up some human soup. All right. So obviously you have your, I think this is the cleaver. So there you go. Yeah. Most of their stuff there was homemade. So yeah, they were not very cleanly either. So, but yeah, it's, there you go. It got a little give to it, but not too much. You got to watch it because you might break it. And then it has a longer hammer. So you have this hammer, and then when you compare it amongst the other hammer, You see the size difference? Yeah, so this one, yeah, this would snap if you really try to over maneuver it. But yeah, these things come out real good. This hammer looks amazing. Like the woodwork and everything looks really, really good. Okay, so then he's also going to bring, you need something for him to hold those objects with, some alternate hands. So these hands are very nice. They came out very good. They work on a hinge. The hinge is going to go like this way. Versus the hand going like this, the hand is going to move like this. So that's the way that they got him. Maybe because, you know, for when he's chopping stuff. So very well thought of. Neca could have went another direction and just gave it different, but they wanted some realism to this, and this is very nice. I don't remember if the Mezco 112 scale Leatherface, which I do have, which is a higher grade Leatherface. I did a review on it. It's in my library. You can go ahead and watch it. I don't remember if those hands even did that, if they were correct like those ones. So, but here is the cross-dresser. Head, alternate head right here. And here is the cross-dresser apron. So these aprons, that the one he's wearing is a soft molded plastic, and they got that right there. So yeah, so that's how that works right there. But yeah, be careful putting this thing on, and this is going to be one of those things that where over time you can see where it's going to start just breaking apart from there. And but yeah, if you take care of them and maybe leave this one put away or whatever, but that would be pretty much how he would be right there in that outfit. And I will show you that one with him on it. And then he also has this one. This is kind of like his rampage outfit. He's kind of losing it after he starts killing people, and he's rocking in the chair, just grabbing his head. Like, what did I do? So yeah, you can see they run on a ball joint. So yeah, there you go. The head, the hair. Neca really did a good job on this so far, and you can see the eyes. All right, and last is the chainsaw. Yes, this chainsaw looks really good. I have unboxed and reviewed also the Trick or Treat Studios chainsaw, which is a replica of the original. It is down in my library. You can go ahead and also watch that one. So yeah, there you go. So the chainsaw, yeah, this is definitely something you don't want no one to swallow either. And of course they have that beautiful backdrop, and Leatherface is right here. So we will give you a look at Leatherface. I will give you a turn in just a minute. I like the way that they got the blood. Goes from here to here, kind of drips down. Pardon me on that. And then underneath this, he also has his necktie. He also has his outfit. And it looks like the rest of, like, this is like a soft molded plastic to cover over this part of his shirt, but this one is more molded. So it's a harder plastic, but you can't tell because they did such a good job with the paint work that you really can't tell, to be honest. There is a side profile of Leatherface right there. Looks real good. Even like the paint on his arms and his little medallion right there, with whatever he had on their teeth or whatever was on there that he wears. So this dude even had like furniture made out of like human bones, okay? And then of course we have the rest of them. Like I said, this is soft molded plastic. And this too, this kind of looks like a diaper. This is one of the things that a lot of collectors are having a problem with, and they would rather prefer to have it molded in and lose the articulation versus have the articulation and it looks like that. But I don't know. I mean, if you're into cinematography and you want to pose them in different ways, obviously you're probably going to want that one. But if you're just a perfectionist and would prefer more realism, then you're going to want to go the other route, because you buy what you like, right? And so you can see he obviously has hinge work at the knees. He's on a single joint, same as the elbows. We will show you that in just a minute. And he does have rotation in the elbows and in the knees, which is pretty nuts, folks. So yeah, there you have it right there. And I will give you, there you go. Look at that. Yeah, looks real good. And you can see all the way down to his boots. His cowboy boots. Yeah, I don't have a Neca stand out with me, so we are doing this bad boy raw. So, yeah, there you go, folks. All right, so it is review time. Head does go down, does look up. He does have a joint at the neck, at the bottom of the neck, and he does have one at the top where the head would attach. So you can see the head, the neck actually moves separately from the head and from his torso right there, well, from his shoulders and everything in his chest. So yeah, that's a separate piece in itself. So you can see all that. Head does look, can go around, does hit that Michael Myers. Arms do go up, easily hit 90, so there you go. A lot of you are going to be very happy with that because you want your Leatherface to bring his hands up real high and hold that chainsaw like how he was in the movie. So yeah, there you go right there. And then also, here's that area I was telling you guys about. So single joint, and then he has rotation in that single joint. So that single joint right there is probably going to have a pin that goes up that allows it to do that. And his hand. So on this one is, see, this is what I'm telling you. So on this one, he has the joint standard, like a standard joint, to where his hand can go up and down. So his hand can go like this. But on the other hand, on his killing hands, it's going to be the opposite way. So the hand will go like this. Okay. So there you go. Same as the other joint. And then bye-bye, right? He has that same thing. And then right here, you want to kind of hold it underneath here. And then he's going to have some rotation, but I will show you that from the back. So he's going to have some rotation. He's on the joint right there. And then his hips don't lie. There you go. I'll do that from the back so you can see it. Pardon my fingers. He's going to be on a single, and then you could get him to really kick out. And if he's at a dance contest, he could do a bit of a hoedown right there. Yeah, this is classic. I'm having a little trouble with this one, but oh well. But anyway, what they did throw in was they threw that in right there. Remember when he falls through the gate and he like whacks himself in the leg? So they threw that with the chainsaw. So that's very nice touch. So Neca really did their work on this. So, and then right here, he has rotation in the feet. A lot of rotation, some tilt rocker. Feet go barely a little bit up and down. But I mean, I'd rather have it do that and have this all covered than have a big joint sticking out. Like you do see on a lot of other figures that actually take away from the figure. So when Leatherface slides that door open and that guy looks up and looks like he just saw hell and gets whacked with the sledgehammer over the head, that would be the smaller one, and this would be the what he would see. So, and then when they shot the angle, they shot it from the bottom, so it made Leatherface look really, really big looking down on him as he comes down on him with that heavy hand and just smacks him right over the head. And what's cool is the guy's feet are just like going all over the place because he's like going into convulsions, kind of like how it would be reality-wise versus just dying on the spot like you do see in a lot of horror movies where they shoot him and the guy dies immediately. You know, not in this movie. This movie's very realistic, some of the kills on here. So yeah, that's pretty much what he would have saw amongst Leatherface there. So if I bring him closer, if I went like, let's see here. If I went like this, he would have saw the door open and then looked up and then just here it came down on him. Just like that. So here's a bit of a deranged look for you folks. He has the longer sledgehammer in hand. He will hold it with both hands. You got to put the alternate hands on to get him to do it. And I gave him that alternate head where he looks more insane, that more other than the one that he just had on. But yeah, I gave him that one. Kind of tilted his head a little bit like Michael Myers would look at you. And he just looks devastating. I mean, just insane. This thing is just a photo op all the way around. Here he is with cleaver in hand. Yeah, like I said, very photo op opportunities with this guy. This figure's super nice, really cool. I'm loving it all the way around. All right, folks, so here he is with chainsaw in hand. As you could tell, he does hold this chainsaw with both hands. And you can get him to do it very easily. I'm not trying to sell you guys this figure. This figure is definitely just selling itself. It is that good, folks. Highly recommend it for $34.96. I feel that these days, as pricey as toys have become, this is a bargain, folks. You get a lot with this one. And NECA needs to pat themselves on the back for this 50th anniversary, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface. All right, so the big question has been answered. Can he hold his chainsaw over his head? Yeah, I don't even have him on a NECA stand. You're going to have to mess with them a little bit to get him to hold the pose, but so far so good. That's how he looks, folks. This figure, yeah, just knocking it out the park. I mean, that is amazing. That looks really good, folks. So there's going to be a question, how do you get his apron on and off? You're going to want, first off, you're going to want to take the head off. Okay, because you got to switch it out anyway with the other one. You're going to peel it off over here, okay? And what I did was I raised it up a little bit. I raised it up and I did that. And then you're just going to peel it all the way down and peel it off of them. So that's what you're going to do with that. And then to put the cross-dresser one on, you're going to do it the exact same way, but you're going to go the opposite way to get this thing on. It's going to be a little bit more work, as you could tell. I'm just trying to do this and film at the same time. But yeah, if I can do this and film at the same time, you should have no problem doing it. And then you guys wanted to see his necktie. There it is. There's how the necktie looks. And yes, it is loose, soft molded plastic, kind of like a vinyl. That's how he looks right there. You're going to put this over that stump. And that's that stump I was telling you about. So the neck will move on its own. So that's a whole nother piece right there. And then you're going to click his cross-dresser head right in the place to get that one on him. And there's your cross-dresser Leatherface. Yeah, he looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, look at that, folks. I mean, that looks actually really good. So let's see what we can do with this. And let's see if we could turn the spoon. I will turn the spoon to where you could kind of see it. And yeah, there you go. Look at that. Very nice. I know with the other one, he kind of brought a bucket and all sorts of stuff. And so did the McFarlane one. The McFarlane one did the same thing, and I do own that one too. They brought a bucket and a lot of other additives with them. This one didn't bring a bucket. I mean, it should have brought like a plate or something with it, like where he could dig out the human stew or whatever he was serving people, you know. But that would have been something to think about. But NECA gave us a whole lot right off the top. So I think if they would have added that, it would have been a little bit more costly. All right, folks, so that's it for my review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre's Leatherface. Yeah, 50th anniversary figure. They are hitting Bloody Disgusting event displays in Walmart. You will find those displays in the electronics section, the gaming section, and pretty much in the back of the store. If your Walmarts don't have one, don't have those displays by now, check another one. Because maybe that store just might not get one. But I know a lot of the Supercenter Walmarts are getting them, so they are available now. So you might want to check your Walmarts, but also Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth have them up for pre-order, and I think they have to release them a few weeks later. So there you go, folks. That's my review. What do you guys think? I put the chainsaw in the opposite hands. I think this is the correct way for him to hold it. I had him reverse. But yeah, this thing just does everything right. It checks all the bells and whistles. It's a win-win. I know for me it was. It was a pleasure to do this review on this figure. I couldn't wait to get it, and it lived up to everything. So, all right, folks. So please like, comment, subscribe, and from Moe's to yours, everyone. Good night.